In a world so externally focused, how do we turn our attention inward? I took a class with Peter Sterios and then asked him about his approach to yoga.
Since you had that experience this morning, I basically am teaching people how to turn their attention inward to what is in themselves, and that part that doesn't change much as we age. You know, we get identified with our outside appearance and our name and our personality and our career and blah, 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 and those things change over time. But as we turn our attention inward, that innocence that we had as children, that hopefully as you mature into adulthood, you don't lose that. And you can't really lose it. You just turn your attention inward and it's there, and you just maybe forget how to find it.
I asked Peter how we find that innocence, that center again.
It takes commitment. What oftentimes happens is we lose track of how much tension is in our in our bodies and in our minds because of routine and busyness. And usually what happens is it has to get bad before people take notice. Like it's so hard to, like, especially with a partner, like you're doing yoga, your partner isn't, and you see them just suffering under stress and you just want to help them. And they're not going to go for it until they're ready to go for it. So I wish I could just say, turn your attention inward no matter where you are and just appreciate nature. And, let's say you live in Manhattan and you go, where's nature? Well, Central Park. Get in a park. Like, appreciate the sound of a bird or appreciate the sunshine on your face. That's the start. Like, just notice that there are things happening around you that you're so busy you don't even notice. And that process of starting to notice those simple things helps you then turn your attention inward. What does it feel like just to breathe consciously? Like, we all breathe all the time, but as you learned in that class just now, most of us breathe 1 to 2 second inhale, 1 to 2 second exhale. But to just take the time to breathe a 3 to 4 second inhale and a 3 to 4 second exhale, that can change your life.
Yoga is about transformation. So I asked Peter, what's the first step?
The first step of transformation is self-awareness. So how do we deprogram what many of us have had programmed into us in the way we respond to situations in our life? All the emotional stories that we tell ourselves about other people. Like, the first thing is self-awareness, that you're telling yourself a story, that these things that are stressing us out are really, when you really think about it, just stories. And ultimately, the awareness that this drama in our lives is a story and we can change the story, that's really the first step. You are empowering yourself to change your story. What's cool about this is once you become self-aware that it's a story, you can rewrite the script. And the way you can test whether you're successful or not at it making transformative changes is the quality of your friendships start to change. And the kind of problem people in your life, the so-called problem people in your life, start to fall away. I've seen it in my own life and others. And you start as your story changes, the quality of your friendships, new friendships change. And you start to see these incredible, dynamic people showing up in your life. And it's a snowball effect. You start surrounding yourself with dynamic, strong, self-aware people, and they attract, and then now you've got a whole new community. And you're within a year or two, you're just like, wow, I'm loving life. I'm loving the people in my life, the relationships in my life. And my work situation or my family situation hasn't changed that much. But ultimately that will also change. And I've seen that in my life. A divorce, the loss of a business, and I have a whole new set of circumstances that 10 years ago I would have laughed and said, that's not possible. 10 years isn't that long of amount of time, really, in the biggest picture. So for me, the transformation, I feel it every day. Every day I wake up with gratitude. Wow, how did I end up here?
How can you turn your attention inward? How would you benefit from more self-awareness? Start to notice the simple things in your everyday life. The power is in your hands.